NBC 24's Toi Creel.
NBC 24's Toi Creel.
NBC 24's Toi Creel is live near that area to explain why.
Police are stressing that while the city's homicide numbers are up this month, overall crime is down. Now, the partnership is all to make sure that jobs stay here in Northwest Ohio, along with helping the environment at the same time. We're also seeing a lot, and I mean a lot, of high winds, and also it's the type of snow. It's this powdery stuff that's blowing, causing whiteouts. Most of these teens have actually been at this boxing gym since they were little. And now, because of their national recognition, they're one step closer to going for the gold.
The system is easy. You send a text on your phone, it goes straight to dispatchers, and then help is on the way.
Doug, again, sponsored by the Northern Michigan Veterans Coalition. How important is an event like today, and what are you thinking as people are getting ready to walk through those doors and we're doing all this hard work to make it happen? Everybody tell me names and ages. Go, go, go.
9.5. 9. 8. 10. 9. 16.
15.
11.
Wow, so many different groups. We're actually at Maumee High School now. As you can see, things are pretty quiet, but earlier this morning that was not the case. A lot of cars, a lot of concerned parents, and a lot of confusion. Drive anywhere around the city of Toledo, and most likely you'll take a look and see these purple signs. Now, the words on them very clear. It's not a new tax, merely a renewal.
Sheriff's Office, LENAWEE County Central Dispatch, Dispatcher Hollaback.
It's a tech-savvy take on the 21st century consumer. In times of crises, instead of calling 911, you can send dispatchers a text.
1968, and that's when the first phone call was made on 911, and we're still using a lot of the 80s technology.
Lieutenant David Angst is the dispatch director for the Lenawee County Sheriff's Office. He's one of the leads behind the new text to 911 service.
Back in 2016, we did a 5-year plan for our central dispatch.
They started the plan back in March of 2017, getting rid of the old system and replacing it with the new one. Dispatchers also sent letters to carriers, letting them know they were revamping the service with plans to reach more people.
The younger people, they use the text more than they do the phone calls, actually.
Brett Hollabick is one of the county's 18 dispatchers. They're all trained with the software.
The system is easy. You send a text on your phone, it goes straight to dispatchers, and then help is on the way.
We've had like burglaries or domestic violences that the children or some type of a child in the residence did call. They could have went into another room, not be heard, and text.
It's not only effective in situations that require secrecy, but also for those who are hearing disabled.
We've had the TDD services, but now they can just use their cellular phone and talk directly to the 911 dispatcher.
The technology is fairly new. Only 40 out of 83 counties in Michigan have it. In Ohio, only 9 counties. But regardless of the low number, dispatchers say the program is well worth it.
We definitely want to let people know that we still prefer that they call when they can, text when you can't.
They want to see some faces, some piano notes.
David Ross is an artist and community activist with the Arts Commission of Greater Toledo, painting this building just last year.
We came with the community, we met with them and showed them idea.
But he never would have thought that just feet away from his artwork, meant to inspire and uplift community, a young man would be killed.
Just after 10 o'clock, we had a call of a male slumped in a vehicle in the 600 block of Woodland.
That male, local rapper 21-year-old Deshaun Gott. He was taken to Toledo Hospital, but died from at least one gunshot wound.
He was fly. That was all like, music.
His death marks the 6th homicide in the city of Toledo.
21, he gets shot. For what? I don't understand that.
Joshua Tucker lives across the street from the shooting. He says the situation is unfortunate, but he's not surprised.
There's always shouting, there's always arguments. Eventually something like this, I guess, had to happen.
In 2017, Toledo saw 4 homicides in the month of January. The increase this year, this early, leaving police on alert.
This is of concern, and we're aggressively looking into all the leads.
But it's not as simple as young people shooting and killing one another, says Ross. There are other factors to consider.
Most young children will be offered a gun or a gang position or drugs to sell before they'll be offered an opportunity.
On social media, Gott often posted pictures with wads of cash. Just hours before his death, police say posting he won money at a Hollywood casino.
It was the image that he held as a rapper, as an artist. That shouldn't be why he lost his life.
Now family and friends mourning the loss of another young person as artists and residents work to find a solution.
Whether if it was someone close to him or someone who envied him, his life should be valued.
And I'm one of them people, like a lot of them in the city, who didn't trust the po-po, as we call them.
Lavender White hasn't always had a great relationship with the Toledo Police Department.
Oh, I've been stopped like 8 times, and all 8 times they let me go. And my question is why? I'm an old dude.
But it was important to him to come out and attend his first town hall meeting at the Belief Center in South Toledo. Tonight's format was different.
We looked at our format after doing a year of these kind of town hall meetings, looked at our format to see how we could get more input from people in the room.
Police Chief George Creel started the meeting with statistics on crime in the city, then broke it down into smaller groups with the TPD advisory board members, leading the discussions at individual roundtables. The goal? To help people work through past experiences with police.
If you had a bad experience with an officer, how can you gain that trust with the next officer or the next? And what would, be done about it with the chief of police, if you were to call?
Chief Creel said the purpose of the town hall was not to be a block watch meeting, but to answer 2 important questions. How do you make Toledo safe?
Keep bad people away from people.
And how did the police and community gain trust with one another?
We do the technology really well. We have the in-car cameras, we have body cameras, we have a real-time crime center. But what we've never really gotten good at is community engagement.
The chief admits there's no quick fix solution, but with more people getting into the conversation, there's bound to be some progress.
How are you going to advance any calls or anything if you don't at least have a